I'm going to start off straight from the chat line because Brian Owens already introduced the show for us. It says, "Evening Ducks, this is the Masters." And it is. And it's the preview show to the Masters, which is coming up. It's the first major of the season, and it's around the corner, only 2 days away, and there's 48 really, really eager players all vying to win this one and take the bragging rights and more. And then we've got Dainfern coming up on Sunday, which is also a nice treat to always play Dainfern Golf Estate. So lots of golf to look forward to. It's a preview show today. We've got nothing to look back at. So we've got our guests and we've got you on the line to help us through the next 45 minutes or so. Let me introduce our guests. We've got Frikkie as usual on the top there with Donnie. And then we've got our 2022 Masters champion with us, Grant. So he can give some insight on how to go around Serengeti unless it was a total fluke. But I do know that Grant and Donnie played the course about a week ago. And then we got a new face, which is Leon Kruger. Say hello, Leon.
Hey, how's it, Ducks?
I hope all your friends are watching. Why do we have Leon on? Because he hasn't been on before, and we like to showcase some of our ducks so you can get to know them better. So we're going to go straight to Leon. Leon, I want you to give us a bit of a profile. Who is Leon? How did you start playing golf? How did you find Duckhook and go?
Yes, Maz, I started playing golf way too long ago. I think I started about when I was 5. You won't say it when you look at how bad I play these days, but no, I've been playing for many, many years. Duckhook I found through friends of mine. We actually started with Playmore. Playmore then turned out to be way too rubbish. I don't know if I can say it on the chat show.
Say it.
No, we decided very quickly that Duckhook is more for us, the social environment and the proper tournament environment. So, yeah, we moved to Duckhook. Then through COVID, we took a year or two break. But, yeah, back for the last 2 years and very eager. My first major coming up, so I'm keen.
Is it really your first major? Okay, well, I'm glad that you made it. It's good fun. It's a medal format, if you don't know. So the ball must go into the hole, so it makes it interesting. Boys, let's start with you, Frikkie. How's your preparations been?
Maza, not very well. Lots of work that we doing at work. We're doing some, we're trying to do some renovations and obviously moving from the Mogale office to the Benoni offices. So it's a bit tough. So no golf preparations, just work at the stage. So yeah, we're going to see how it goes. I did have a semi-good round at Wanderers the other day. When I say semi-good round, it was an 85, but was starting to hit the ball better. So we'll see how it goes.
I haven't seen any videos of Wanderers yet, seeing that you've been there.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll bring some photos next week.
Yeah, I see what's happening. Donnie giggling in the corner. Give us a quick hello.
How's it, guys? How's the Ducks? Hope it's been a good week. And yeah, it's like it's been a busy time at Concepts and looking forward to Friday.
Good man. And then, I left the last word to our 2022 champion. Champion, are you ready to defend your title?
I'm as ready as can be, Maz. I'm feeling a very great form coming up. Shot a 77 on, 78 at Blair Athol and then 77 on Jackal Creek. So, yeah, form is going great. And I must also say thanks to Golf Concepts, Donnie. He knows I've been in his studio quite a while. And also with some great coaching from Dylan.
Okay, so
Dylan, yeah.
Making use of all the Duckhook resources. Great. We'll break it all down soon. Let me say hello to all the boys that are on the chat line. I see Wayne's never going to miss a show. So hello, long Ducks. I don't know exactly what that means. Sorrel, not Ducks. As I said, Brian, this is the Masters. Werner, thanks for joining us. Jaco, middag. Alan Lowe will also be playing. Ian Holzhausen, always watching. Louis Jensen, thanks for watching once again. And I think this is the first time he's playing Serengeti, if I'm not mistaken. So another course to add to his list. Martin Tata, how do you do? And Vickers Albert, Shannon Schaefer, thanks for watching. Shan, it's nice to see you. One day, we'll see you back with the boys, hopefully.
Hello, Shannon.
Hello, Shandon. Okay, so let's get straight into it. As we know, the Masters is the next event on the calendar. and this is what we're playing for. We're playing for the champion. So, Grant, you're trying to win this Adidas tour bag. But I'm also really interested to see who the top 5 finishers will be that will earn a seat at the Glenfiddich guest list with their partner to experience the world's most awarded single malt whiskey and a great evening out with the boys. I'll be there, and I'll probably make a very, very cool insert with everybody. So it's something really to look forward to. There will be one date, and if you can't make it, sorry for you. We can't try and get all 12 people together asking which date. So we'll be fair, but there will be one date. And then if you don't know yet, if you've been under a rock and you're a Duckhook player, this is the tournaments coming up in April. This Sunday, we had Dainfern. Thursday at Jackal Creek. Return to Jackal Creek. And then the Sunday Series 2 at the Wanderers. Wanderers for the first time featuring on the Sunday Series, giving more boys a chance to play at Wanderers if they haven't played already. The field's filling up for the Wanderers, so if you haven't booked yet, please do so. I wanted to do a quick trivia while I was going through everything. So we'll go around and see what your answers are. What do you think? The guys at home, please let me know what you think. And the question is, how many estate courses feature on the 2023 Duckhook calendar? Dun, dun, dun. How many courses feature on the Duckhook calendar? I'm sure that everybody's brain is racking. You'll probably get most of them, but I'll show you the answer just now. Should we go around? Let's see. What do you think, Vicky?
Yeah, shit, Mazo. Probably about 7. I would guess 7.
It's not a bad guess.
Mazza, is that including Limpopo or just Joburg?
No, it's not including Limpopo.
Okay, so it's just Joburg.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 9.
That's also a very good guess. Let's go to you, Leon. What do
Yeah,
you
well, I'm going to split the difference and go for 8 then, because it must be close.
Okay, and then for you, Grant, how many do you think?
I will say at 8 in my mind, yeah. 8.
Okay, well, those are very good guesses. So I'll come back to that question shortly. Let's see if anybody's... Wayne, 15. No, I think he included Limpopo, so you might want to rethink that. Ian Holshausen says 12. Martin says, I say 8 courses. Now that we've done this, I've actually remembered I've left one out.
Wait.
So the number's gone up, right? The number's gone up.
We all get plus 1.
You all get plus.
Yeah, plus
Yeah,
1.
we'll get plus 1. Here's another interesting topic. I thought to myself, when you're teeing off, where do the winners normally come from? Because when I'm playing, I normally get in, and then the winners are kind of still coming in, or I just missed them. So I thought, is it harder teeing off first, second or third, and trying to win? Then I went through all the winners. So what do you guys think? Where do you think the winners have come from?
Mazza, I would say mostly from the back, because the guys can see the leaderboard. So obviously they do choke, but I do think if you know what the target is, you gotta go for it. So my guess would be at the back.
Agreed.
Anybody else?
I would say middle of the field.
Middle of the field? Okay.
It would most probably be also back, but I would also say if you get a guy that just shoot lights out from the front and nobody could chase them. So it's not every day you get that, but yeah.
Here we go.
So some of the guys.
I'm going to put your guesswork out and tell you exactly what it is. So, as you can see, we started at Wingate. In Group 4 of 8, this was a Thursday series. So this is middle of the field. Lucky Janssen took it. He was playing with me on that day. Then, at Park View, Alan Lowe took it. He was playing in Group 7 of 11. Now, if there's 11 on the first tee and 11 on the second tee, if you know what I mean. He was Group 7. So that is just past halfway. Group Kevin Ho at Killarney, 9 of 10. So that's towards the back. Grant, now, I think you are the lowest because you were Group 3 of 9 at Machali. So you came in and had to sit around for quite a while waiting for the winners to come in. No.
No, but that was just, no, it was a count back.
At the end as well. Then Vickers Albers Observatory. It was a smaller field, 2 of 5. Then 2 of 9. Oh, no, that's the best. Sorry, you're out, Grant. You've been beaten by Edwin Stolz at Benoni Lakes. So he was in Group 2. So that's another earlier group. And then Peter Zack at Services, Group 3 of 8. And then 5 of 6 at Jamie Sherry at Blue Valley. So coming in towards the end. And in the middle of the field, Clint Bruder's last week at Glen Vista, 4 of 8. So it is a bit of a spread. So there is no exact science to this, after all.
It would be interesting to see last year's
It would be,
thing,
but I don't have the
like
time to
just-
go through all that. What do you think, Friggy?
Look,
Does
mate,
that blow your
it looks
theory out
like
the water?
Yeah, it looks like it's more from a middle field, though. If you look at the 5 and 8s, 4 and 8s, 3 and 8s, thereabouts. So, yeah, it's quite interesting, though, I must say. But, if that is true, then, I'm teeing off in the middle of the field at Serengeti. So, let's hope that omen is working.
But like you
Man,
said,
what I would like to see is how many of those guys actually looked at the scoreboard while playing.
that's also
That's
a very good
also
question. Someone like
interesting.
Peter Zach doesn't look at the scoreboard, so he wouldn't know until right at the end, unless somebody tells him. Thanks for all the answers I've got here for the courses. Let me go through them quickly, and then we'll break it down and see if I've got it right. Wayne said 15. Ian says 12. Let's see if this goes in. Timeously. Ian says 12, there you see. Martin says 8 estate courses. And Martin is the reason I remembered the one I missed when I saw that. Victor says 6, Victor's Albert. Louis Jensen says 10. Who else said 10? Anybody say 10? Donnie, you said 10.
No.
You said 9.
Donnie said, I think
9.
9, but he get a +1.
Okay. Peter Zach says 10. There we go. Wayne changed his answer to 11. Alan Lowe says 9. Byron says 10 as well. So that seems to be the common denominator. Hello, Byron. Thank you for watching. And then we go down. Start on the booking. Keegan Corbett says, I should start booking middle field then. Maybe that's a good idea, Keegan.
Yeah.
Sarah says, my 2 was from the first group and Bernie plays from the second.
Does very well at the back.
Okay, so here's the answer to our, wherever that is, to our estate courses. Right, I had 9, but I have Africa on here. So that's 10. So let's go through it. Serengeti now, Dainfern, Ibotsi, Eagle Canyon, Jackal Creek, Blue Valley, Centurion, Silver Lakes. Now, Vaderkloof is kind of a FF one, but there are houses on the course, if you know what I mean. Not as many as others, but there are houses. So, that could be debated. So adding I have Africa, I've got 10. What do we, if I've got everything, or have I missed something, gents?
I'm thinking about that one Pretoria course that I can't get the name now. But I don't think it's on the calendar this year.
But that's the question.
Starts with a W, man. Oh, yes.
Woodhill.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not on the
Woodhill.
calendar this year.
Is it not? No, it must be, surely. No, it must be. So I've missed another one. So it's 11.
Yeah, I'm sure
Well
it's so
done.
Woodhill, but yeah.
It is on the
Either way.
calendar. I'm sure it is.
Woodhill.
Must be. Okay, I'm trying to run through it in my head. So we've got either 10 or 11. But that is very good. Oh, shit. We haven't done very well here. Van Alabasco says Highland Gate. That's another one.
Die hele storie gegaan nie.
Yeah. Vanna says Highland Gate. So we've got Ian says Magalies Park. So that's 12 now. So here we go.
But is that really at the state? It's
Ja,
really,
Magalies Estate, the one at 9, is
Is it an estate or is it people just
it's
visiting?
more like a
It's a
vakansie
holiday
trip.
resort.
Yeah, but the holiday is only on the 1/9,
Yeah,
and the other 9 is estate.
confusing. Okay, so
Yeah, but you said an estate, not a half estate, eh?
No, literally
yeah, but
estate.
that's the
I
same
know,
for
I'm not
Vaderkloof
sure
because
they
that's a
generate.
quarter estate.
Yeah.
Anyway, at least
So
we got some.
let's stick to 10 then. Okay, I feel safe with 10.
Well done to the guys who have remembered the other courses. Okay, I've got some more trivia coming up. What's happening, boys? This is what's happening this Friday. We've got the Masters happening at Serengeti. If you haven't played Serengeti, it's a real treat. A beautiful golf course. It's probably in my top 5 of golf courses in Gauteng. There it is, all sprawled open with the houses in between. So there past winners. As you can see, Grotnell is right on top as the latest and reigning champion. Older Ferrari won at Peakenwood when we had to shift it. 2020 was Frikkie Barnard at CCJ Rockland. So long ago that Frikkie doesn't remember that anymore, with all the other victories that came afterwards. Ruben Swart in 2019 Serengeti, and then we go down the list in Serengeti. Niels de Toy, Andrew Nielsen, Jason Ivans, Albert Weigelt, and Andre Kotze. There's going to be a couple of names there that you won't remember, or if you are a new duck, you won't know. So, well, those are the guys who have their names on the current trophy. Cool. Will it be 2023, one of these four guys? Well, what I had done is I'd asked the boys to do us picks, the top two guys, Frikkie and Donnie, to give us his top 5 and why. And then I'm going to ask the two boys at the bottom who you think is going to take it. And then obviously the guys in the chat line can also contribute. Here's another trivia question before we start. Caitlin McNabb, she is a member at Serengeti. Why am I even showing this lady? I'm sure Donnie knows. I'm sure Byron knows. You know Donnie?
Most probably got course record.
I'll tell you soon. Someone's alarm's going off. You might want to run.
That's mine over here.
You want to go and sort that out, or you're all right?
No, there's off.
Boss is by die huis.
This is the field for the Masters, starting at 7 o'clock. Nick Roots, Edouin Potgieter, Dani Geld, and his Clint Brothers. So there won't be a winner coming out of this 4-ball. Sorry, Donnie. 708. And have a browse through while you're at it at some of the handicaps now, because some guys are playing off much lower. Like Clint Brothers is now playing off a 5, right? So instead of an 8. So he loses 3 shots. So if you thought maybe he's in good form, he is going to have to battle the 3 shots that he lost after his win at Glen Vista. Frikkie, there you are, 727. Off a 10, which I think that's probably your perfect handicap to try and compete.
What?
It's embarrassing. I'm sorry, guys. It's really embarrassing.
So if Frikkie is not in your list, then
I just want to.
no.
I just
Jy
want
sê jege, so shut up jy hoor.
I want to put something out here.
Yeah.
When Frikkie and myself were partners, he decided to play so much good golf that he actually jumped down to a 3 and a 2 handicap. And now that he's partners with Gerard, check what it's going the other way.
It's going the other way.
Hey, jy van Leon, hè? Bly jy net bietjie stop.
Let's go back to this graphic. Is there anybody else we can... Mark Barger. He's not got a handicap anymore? That's odd.
Yeah, he's got a 6 there. But Mazo, I must say, Grant now playing off a 9 as well. I need to make that a mention. I mean, he just said that he shot a 78 and a 77 Correct. There, so he's really down. In contention there.
There we go. You can see it's building a picture already. Let's quickly go to the 10th. Here it is. Stephen and Ritz, Michael Boshoff, Vaughan Williams, Brian Owen. They're all similar handicaps. They're going off first off the 10th. Don't forget, there's nice driving range facilities. So if you get there early enough before you tee off, you can practice lekker. You can putt lekker. Ian Holzhausen off for 11. Might have a chance. Gary Mansfield. When I saw he was at 20, I thought, how the hell did he make an albatross? That's the best 5 iron and a 20 handicap has ever hit in the history of golf.
Dit is slukkie bier gevat voor die tyd.
Who knows? Peter Zak off of 14 could be dangerous.
And
off of 13 could be
off
dangerous.
18 there, Mazo. I mean, he played off a 12, 13 at some stage. So just hashtag Donnie's partner there. Huh? Just saying.
Yeah. So
don't turn it around now.
Anything could happen. So here are the predictions. Right? These are the predictions. So let's start with Donnie. Donnie, take us through yours.
All right, so like I said to you, Matt, it's in a random order, but I was fortunate enough to play with Ryan in the Limpopo League where he finished 2nd, and the back 9 he really played consistently, and then also he played very good golf at Glen Vista as well. You know, he was on top of the leaderboard for or thereabouts for quite a while, so I think he's one to look out for. I think he's got that form. Then we go to Barend Knutse. Barend used to work at Serengeti, so I think he knows the course out of the back of his hand there. And I think it's the second last or last time he played there, he shot 69, so I think he stands a good chance. Frikkie Steyn, so Frikkie Steyn's also an interesting one. So I know his boss actually stays at Serengeti, so I do take, and I think that he plays the course quite a lot with him. So, and him off a 4-5, I think is also very dangerous. Then I have to let's skip the next one. I'll leave that for last. And then my current partner Leon, I think of his handicap now at the moment, he's got a couple of odd holes that he bombs out. But if he can clean that up, I think he's also in the mix. And then I have to go to my old partner, old Frikkie. You know. There's just something about the majors that just gives him that extra vuma because he always performs well in majors. So I don't expect anything less from him.
Especially for 10. Bliksem. Just has to come off right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the 18 and a 9 handicapper to come compete against, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Well, that's good picks. I agree with all your picks there. Here's Fricky's. Fricky, take us through yours.
Yeah, Mazza. So, I mean, I'm going to put Nico and Dani together. They teeing off first, no pressure, good buddies, also good buddies of mine. So I do think that the 4-ball is going to be nice. That's going to, create a nice little atmosphere for the guys. They normally play well together as well. So I do think that between them, there's going to be some good scores there. Wayne Redu, I mean, he's been on form for the last couple of rounds. Though being a high handicapper, and I think maybe his first major, I think if he can just get around the medal play, I think he's got a good chance. Then Gerber there. I do think that with Grant now being in the previous champ, I do think Gerber is going to be the guy to try and pip him. I do think that they've got this bantering between each other. So Gerber definitely for me is a chance. And then Vickers, Jose Broek on Alberts. Obviously playing off a 2 handicap. It's going to be tough, but solid striker of the ball, and I do see him at least being in the top 5, definitely.
The one point you made with Wayne was that yes, 18 handicapper, but it only takes one hole to totally go missing. You shoot a 10 on the 8th, and then it cocks everything up. So that is the thing with the lower handicappers, are less likely to go totally missing. So the majors are that chance for the lower handicaps to try and get in there and take a victory. Leon, let's go to you. Give me 2 and why.
Mazza, so I tend to agree with you in terms of, I think the lower handicaps should find it a bit easier with the middle. So it's strange, I was going to go with Jaco Jacobs, but then I saw he's playing with Fricky, so that's going to be way too much of a distraction. So I think my money's going to be on Vickers Alberts as well. He's on good form, so I think he should be the guy to beat.
And consistent, yes, I agree with you. Mr. Grant, what do you say?
I have 3 guys that I've picked up. So I would say definitely my partner, Gerard Gerber, is really in very good form. And then I have Kero. Kero is a kind of an underdog. So, yeah, last year I think he came 3rd or something. He's also been shooting lights out in some days. So he's in the top 10s around there. And then Leon Oosthuizen. Yeah, he was with me in the last 4-ball last year. He literally just lost it out in the last hole or second last hole. But yeah, he was also a good one. And then I nominate myself.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Be that
Just
guy.
what of it got,
That's like liking your own Facebook
Always
post.
that one guy.
I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, but really I'm feeling very good form. So let's just hope it just carry on. Yeah.
Mazza, what's your picks?
Yeah, I'm sure you want to know what my picks are. These are my picks. I try to think about this a bit differently, but it's, we love all the players, and it can come from anywhere, but these are my top 5. Grant Nell, number 1. Simply because he's playing for 9. He's playing for Ring of 9. He's in form. He's timed this perfectly, in my opinion, to hit the form of golf that he needs to hit. We all know how golf is. You got to hit that form. Cornel Erasmus is the most consistent golfer I've ever played with. He just is always scoring points. I know he's playing for 4, but if he can go around there and shoot 1 under, I think he's got a chance. Byron Knutzer, same reason. He knows the course backwards, but he is playing off a +1, so he cannot make any mistakes. And this also begs the question, what could the winning score be? Because if the winning score is 4 under, then Byron's going to struggle a little. Luki Janssen, simply because he hasn't played in a while, being a new dad, and know what happens when you don't play in a while? You play well.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Jaco Jacobs, also very consistent. I've played with him a few times, and he really, really gets it in there. I'm going to throw one more name, because he's playing for 10 handicap now, which he's very happy about. It's Steve Saunders. I think of a 10.
Yeah.
If he gets onto a run, I think he could really also be there. So those are my picks. What do you think?
So that's a good picks, I must say. Obviously with Stephen Saunders as well, I saw that 10 handicap, and being the guy that brings some prizes to us, I think he's got something to play for as well. So yeah,
Exactly.
looking forward to that.
Is he going to win his own prizes? Is the question.
So, Mazza,
Yeah.
Hand them out.
I wanna throw a thorn in a spanner in the works. I just thought, let me just have a look quickly because I can hear the rain outside, and I just looked at the prediction for Friday,
Oh, don't say that.
and it starts off by 6 o'clock is 80% chance of rain,
Wow.
7 o'clock 70% chance, 8 o'clock 50, 9 o'clock 30, 10 o'clock 30, 11 o'clock 30. So I think also, if it does rain, and if this is right, I think the person that manages his game around the course in a little bit of wet weather is going to be really good.
So it's another skill and another thing we have to all think about is the weather and who manages it best. And hopefully it's still okay to be able to play. Let's see. But the weather changes a lot. There was supposed to be rain today, and nothing really happened. So we'll see. Boys, let's talk to the two boys at the top and the bottom with the same shirts on. How was the course? Tell us about the greens, the speed, the conditions.
What I must say, this year the rough ain't as rough as last year. Yeah, for some odd reason, the course actually played fairly easier, but greens are quite nice and firm. Yeah, no, it's actually gonna play. I predict a -6 this year.
What?
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely
Yeah.
not my prediction. Yeah, Maz, like when we played it, I felt the greens were very true, rolling very nicely. So it's like, yet again, the good putters, if they hit it on the right line, it's going to be a very good day for them. Also, some good response around the greens from a chipping perspective as well. But the course was really good. I found the fairways a bit hard on the day, so you were getting a little bit of rollout. And also the rough wasn't too long. So it wasn't like you would lose any golf balls unless you really hit it wayward. And Grant will know on stroke 1 on the right hand side. And me too.
Okay. Thank you, boys. Very much appreciated. I've been looking at the comments. Some of the comments. Let's see what the boys had to say. Wayne Jensen says, with Frikky's handicap, if he gets off the first tee, then he can make it.
If I get off the first tee, just keep that in mind, eh?
What does he mean if you get off the first tee? I don't know what he means.
But Fricky needs to tee off last. Then he normally goes.
Fricky, what does he
through the
mean?
whole round.
Look, I struggle off the tee lately, man. So maybe that's what he means, eh?
So it
Should
wasn't
see my
that you
t-shirt that
dunked it
Western.
into the water on your first tee shot.
Yes, I hope not, eh?
Yeah, bad luck.
Jo, jy moet
Because
daarin
Albert says, I am putting Frikkie Steyn in the top 5. He is knocking on the door. I would also agree with you. Throw that name in there. Frikkie Steyn is definitely something that you can look at. Also very consistent. Wayne says, agree. Ryan Jensen taking his first major Friday. There we have it. So there will be at least one Jensen who's in there. And then Cyril Steyn says, Donnie, posting weather. Fine. Not wrong is not wrong. Thank you, Cyril.
That's
for
not
pointing
wrong.
it out.
That's fine, but I just thought I'll have to share that because
Hey, ek wou dit ook gemention het, but I'll take a fine with you, Donnie.
They're basically saying, just bring your umbrellas. Okay, I've got a couple of holes here. Who wants to talk about which hole? Frikkie, choose a hole. 1 to 18.
Let's take 16 then.
bugger.
16. Okay,
Yes.
hold on, I need to do this. I got to take me out so that I can fit this thing in here now that I've lost it. But here's hole 16. Take us through it. Why? It's par 5. I hate this
Yes.
hole with a passion. All of it. I don't think I ever finish this stupid hole.
Well, you have to finish it in a major,
I know.
Mazzo. Just has to. So, Mazzo, yeah, no. So the tee shot first, if you're playing a little draw, daunting because the water is definitely in play. So you normally aim for the bunkers. If you like a Donnie and a Grant, for instance, you go left of that. But yeah, so that first tee shot over the water, that's quite daunting, and then it's got a good fall, like a reach type of thing going into the water. Second shot, obviously you go for a layup normally. And finding the right spot for the layup, that's also tricky. You sometimes find yourself in that little bunkers in front of the water, or even too far right. And then obviously the third shot, from my point of view, again over the water, probably about 140 odd meters. And then, trying to stay on the green itself. So, to me, it's a 3-shotter at least, if you don't mess it up in the first few shots. And then if I can walk off with a par on that hole, I'd be stoked. The reason why I've chosen this one is I've seen a few guys choke on that one. Hashtag Russell Tandy. He was in the lead, and then after this hole, not in the lead. So, looking forward again to this one, and hopefully the guys don't mess this up.
That was the longest 30 seconds ever, Flicky.
Sorry, man.
Yes.
Sorry.
Honey, give me a hole.
Hole number 2.
Boom. Take us through it.
Yeah, guys, this is I actually like this hole. It's one of the most beautiful holes on the course for me. Also, it can be challenging. For the longer hitters, you can try and go for that very small green. Its defense is if you miss it right and long. The rough was quite thick. Grant can testify on that as well. It's like when we played it. So that is a lost ball. So it's basically a re-hit. So technically the easy gameplay is taking a 4-5 iron down the left, but then your second shot, all depending on where the pin is, that bunker comes into play.
Yeah,
and it's a tiny, tiny green. So you need to be so accurate.
Very narrow. You got like 5 meters max to play with. Leon, give me a hole.
Massa, we have to go with the stroke 1, hole 18.
Okay. Here we go.
I definitely think that's where it's going to be won or lost. It's a proper par 4. The entry into the green is tight with the water on the left there. So it's going to be interesting to see if the guys can handle the pressure, especially those guys that like looking at the scoreboard.
Especially. Grant, give me a hole.
I just want to say, Leon, falsy for a stroke 1 on that hole. And then hole number 9.
You want hole number 9? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's hole number 9.
Grant, the website still says it's stroke 1, huh?
This is also such a difficult hole, especially if this is your last hole.
Hole number 9, I finished last year as my 18th. Very difficult hole. It's normally about a 6-5 iron, 180 into the green. Not as easy. It's a double slope green. If the pin is at the back, not an easy hole. With the water on the left, last year there was mud, no water. This year there is water. So don't pull it.
Mooi. Okay.
Mazzo.
Hold on, I'm back.
Okay, Mazzo. Yes. There's one thing that I quickly wanna like sort of just like a general chat quick. Hole number 10.
Mm-hmm.
On the right hand side, you've got the homes there. So also the cart path does a little bit of weaving at some sections. And Fricky, you might know this because you actually got something to do with this. But if you go and stand next to the houses on the fence and you look at the out of bounds stakes, as per the rules, obviously, is like that we know, is if you take a straight line, obviously anything right of it is out of bounds. And some things are like left of obviously is in play. But if you do take a look at how that golf cart road runs, there's actually some sections where it curves, and that curvature, where there's still actually fine grass on the right-hand side of that line, is technically out of bounds. So where this comes in is if you take that line, I personally think they've missed 1 or 2 stakes on that side. That's my feeling, because I think there's 2 spots on that section where it needs an out of bounds stake just to go with the flow of the cart path, because there's a section where the cart path even is actually out of bounds.
Okay.
So what's the ruling going to be if that happens to one of the guys? Is it just
So do you go straight line from white marker to white marker, or do you go via
follow
the
the
curve?
contour? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll leave that to you guys to decide. Thank you very much. I would imagine if I'm over here and I see a white stake there and I see a white stake there, I draw a line like this and make sure I'm just on that side. I can't
Correct.
draw a line from a stake I can't see
Yeah.
at the beginning of the fairway.
That's the rule. That's the rule. But that's why I say it's like I personally think they've missed 2 markers because if you take like half the card path technically at a stage is actually out of bounds. You know, so that's why I say it's like, you know, that's just a interesting question, you know, and
If you're not sure,
it might
ask
pop
your
up.
playing partners. Let them decide for you because then you didn't make the decision, did you?
There we go.
Correct.
There you go. Okay, I've got some comments here. Ricardo Pereira says Serengeti stroke 1 is the 13th.
Wait.
Okay, I'm going
Thanks,
to put that in,
Ricardo.
so I'm going to go away.
I'll get them to update their website. Sorry.
Yeah, I won't. Trust me, that happens often. There's the 13th. Oh, yes, this has been the stroke round for a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also a difficult hole, long hole.
And the crazy thing is if you go a little bit right, you can either go in the bunker or your ball can actually bounce heavily right off the edge of that fairway and go into the long grass on the island that's in the running in the bunker. So you do need to favor the left-hand side of that fairway.
Mm-hmm.
Ian Holzhausen put a nice comment of who he thought is going to win. I don't know if this is going to fit in here. So let's see. Yo, that's a lot of it. Few contenders to win the Masters, but I'll go with my Live Golf teammates. Grant Nell, Gerard Gerber, Byron Knutzer, and obviously himself. So Ian is also liking his own Facebook page.
Slightly biased there.
I say.
All right.
I must say we had a team game there on Blair Athol just the other day, and yeah, it was a good one, eh? So first time playing on Blair Athol with the guys as a live team was a proper day.
Mooi. Let me give you the answer to what the Caitlin McNabb story was. We have one, and I knew that he would know this, which was Barrett. Caitlin McNabb. This is her claim to fame. Her claim to fame is club member Caitlin McNabb made history in 2020 when she entered and won the men's club champs from the Gold Tees, believed to be the first time in South Africa. Caitlin shot 74-71 to win by 2 strokes.
Sure.
Sure.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go. So that's why. Byron says she's playing in the women's... Oh, he added to it. Yeah, well, he's added that she is playing in the Women's Amateur Masters currently, and she won at Serengeti in 2020. Another falsy. Unless the website's incorrect, hey, Leon. You never know these websites. Because that, for me, was a direct copy and paste. So somebody's right. Okay, so that is the Masters. So good luck, everybody. What do we need to remember about majors?
It's a medal play.
Medal play, so hurry the hell up.
Balletjie
Get it in the hole and hurry up. You can't take forever.
Yeah.
We are pretty much starting the field. And remember, there's an afternoon field. So we need to get around before they start chasing us. So just keep that in mind. Don't all be looking for golf balls. If you can't find in the golf ball within a minute in that long enough, you know you're not going to find it unless you really saw where it landed.
And remember to put the right score in
Put
on
the
your
right-
salvo.
Yeah.
And
And Mason,
yes,
remember to finish the 16th hole, eh?
yes. Remember to finish the 16th hole. Okay, so that's the Masters. Let's move forward to Dainfern. Dainfern's coming up on Sunday. Very sad to be missing out this weekend. Both games I'm not available. But this is Dainfern. The oldest golf estate in Gauteng, if you did not know that.
Oldest. Wow. Yes, like,
What
okay.
the?
Yeah,
Wow.
oldest golf estate in Gauteng. That's meaning it was probably the first one built. So there we have it. We go into it with the standings looking like this. Peter Zaccario is topping the charts at 74 points after his victory at Services, jumping from 28th to 1st. Vaughan Williams hanging on, tied second with Frikkie Steyn, only 1 point back. Ian Holtzhausen's right there, tied fourth with Stefan Henry, Brian Owen. Graham de Villiers, Jason Ivans, Hanu Westhuizen, and Ryan Jensen's tied seventh. So the top 10 are separated by 4 points. We love to see this, don't we?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I will be interested to see how this all changes come the next event. Some Dainfern info for you. Ranked 64th in the country. There's my factor saying, the first golf estate in Gauteng, built on the old four-ways course. I didn't even know there was an old four-ways course. There are more than 1,200 homes, making it one of South Africa's largest golf estates. That's because they're all on top of each other. No gardens for you. 61 by Jaco van Zyl in 2012 club competition is the record. So if anybody wants to go around and shoot a 61, you're welcome to, or 60 to break it, you're welcome to. Donnie, can you shoot a 60?
No.
You called a ringer, eh?
On Xbox, I can. Yeah.
I'll do a 61 if I finish on the 15th.
Yeah. So will most. So will most. Very good. Let's quickly give you a trivia about, plenty of trivia this time around. Here's the trivia. How many bunkers are there throughout the Dainfern course layout? I can see people all of a sudden like this. Would we like to hazard a guess? I'll show the tee sheets first, and you oaks can calculate in your brain of brains. Here's the tee sheet so far. First tee, Alan Lowe, Frikkie Steyn, Brian Owen, and Vickers Albert. Sorry, Vickers, you're teeing off first. So you're really going to have to change the way the stats are to win this one. Don't forget that your handicaps will change for the guys who are playing the Masters. It gets recalculated. A couple of team games happening there. Frikkie, pick out some things. Talk about this page for me.
Okay, so we've got Stevenson. Yeah, okay, Stevenson, Sarlstein, Koos van Zyl, and Cornel Erasmus playing a team game there. We've got, let's just quickly look, a lekker four ball that we've got at 12-12. Ryan Jensen, Louis Jensen, Wayne Jensen, and Frikkie Barnard. I've been looking forward to quite some time to play against Louis again. So it's going to be fun. Another team game, Jaco Jacobs, Kobus Kuman, Jaco de Kok, Louis Gerber. Then we've got some singles there, Granville and Grant Nell. Grant Nell, good luck, eh? I think it's going to be a lekker one for you guys. And Kevin and Glenn Williams. And then last four ball, it was PJ Haman and Danny Haman, I think.
No, Broderick.
Oh, Broderick, sorry.
Juanita. 10th tee, there are some more. So lots of team games, which is fantastic to see. Robert Rakesh playing their second one against Keegan and Edwin. I think that's going to be an interesting game, a tough game. Donnie, you playing Vickers Lee in your singles. It's your first singles game, so good luck with that. Hanum Fats, Vanna Labowski and Martin Tata playing each other. Jason Ivans, Eddie Ivans, Wimpy Force, and Graham de Villiers having a go. Richard Stewart, Peter Zak, Ferdi Ter Blanche, and Hendrik Engelbrecht all having a go. So there's still space left, everybody. The handicaps will be sent out with the player pack tomorrow or Friday morning. So lots to look forward to Dainfern. If you're wondering what the pins are, well, these are the pins. The 6 is the par 3. That is the one downhill one. That's before the stroke one. Par 4 14th is the closest in 2. And the par 3 16th, also the severely downhill one, will be the closest golfer aid one. Who wants to talk about Dainfern? Anybody played Dainfern lately?
No.
No.
Unfortunately not.
Frikkie, what's your guess on how many bunkers there are on the course?
Look, I want to say it's probably about 3 per hole. So, if I make a guess about 54, that would be my guess.
54.
Frikkie, you saw my answer there.
Huh?
You saw my answer. That's exactly.
Oh, is it?
What's your answer, Leon?
Also 54.
54, sir. Is that how you're going about it?
Leon, are you also going 54?
So I quickly picked at the website again, and I don't know if you can trust it, but it looks like about 54, 56.
So you cheat? Yes, like it. Huh?
Come on.
Must guess it, man.
It's called research.
I wanted to go.
Computer finger 57.
Donnie, you go first.
I wanted to go a little bit higher. Like I thought, like 3 to 4 average per hole. So I was thinking 64, 65 thereabout.
Grant?
No, I think 57.
57, okay. Interesting. I'm going to just check if anybody has said something here. Lamini Sibalikule. I hope I said that right. Sibalikulu. Thanks for watching. The winner was Clint Brodus at the end. He asked who was the winner at Glen Vista last week. Clint Brodus on -6. Ian Hals, Mazzo, my handicap is too low to be considered. I finished 46 out of 48 last year. Just want to break a hand with. Okay, and he says Clint Brodus. Rudolph 50, Wayne Jensen 64. Sorrel 100 too many. Louis Jensen said, I'll hit a 60 if I finish on the 9th. Okay, that's going back to the 60. Vickers Lee 65, Paul Ricketts 58. Ian Holzhaus on 80 bunkers. 80 bunkers is a lot. That's like copper leaf.
Yeah, that's copper.
Analo 63. Okay, I'm going to give you the answer. And this is how I got it. That golf spot where you go through the holes, Donnie.
Yeah.
And I just counted 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
And I went through them. And then I did it again just to make sure. So I'm pretty confident my answer is right. And here is the answer. You all overshot the mark, unfortunately. These are how many bunkers there are. 46 bunkers. Of course. There are a couple of holes, I can tell you, that only got like one bunker. So then that messes up your average.
Yeah.
Like look at the 17th. Is it 17? Yes. That's got one bunker, a little pot bunker in the fairway, but there's nothing around the green. Right? I'm right. You don't have to think.
Also, the 18th, I think it's just got 2 only.
No, yes, the 18th just by the green.
2, yeah. So
the 8th has got one bunker by the green, nothing in the fairway. So that's why it brought the numbers down. See?
Huh.
Everybody seems
I was the closest, okay.
Okay, we're the closest. Grant was on the 40s and then he changed his mind. Missed it all that.
Yeah, it's peer pressure, eh?
Yeah, another typo, supposed to be 46. Paul says Copperleaf first 4 holes got 80 bunkers. That's why their bunkers are so their bunkers are so crap because they're bragging about we have so many bunkers. I think at one stage Copperleaf were offering like a membership if you didn't go into one bunker. Now 10 years later they're thinking, oh crap. Now I have to maintain 80 bunkers.
Yeah.
They messed. So moral of the story, the less the better. We don't mind. Boys, that's it from me. That's it from everybody. Thank you for watching. Much appreciated. I hope you all have a fantastic, fantastic weekend of golf. Fricky, Ryan, and Wayne will be looking after everybody on Friday and on Sunday.
Yeah.
Don't forget to take me some videos while you're out on the course. And same with you guys. I need my pictures for my trophy, winners cards, and I need interviews. So don't forget.
Okay, lekker.
Liam, thanks for coming on the show. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was lekker fun. Thanks,
Awesome
man.
stuff.
It was like a geselsie.
Leon, I'm going to leave you with the
boys.
last word. How
Looking
are you
forward
going
to
to do at the major?
Friday.
It's going to be fun, eh?
Bring on Friday, Leon.
It's going to be fun. Looking forward to the medal format, the first major. Gonna kick ass. Can't wait, guys.
And you'll all finish by 12, 1 o'clock so you can have a beer or two. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, boys.
And as a given,
I'm just going to quickly
private
go.
my age.
What feels like more than 46? Yeah, and you can go check. Maybe it's another falsie, but I did count it twice. Cheers, boys. Cheers. See you for all Friday. Like a awesome, boys. That's it from us. And we're out.
cheers, guys.
Yes,